can test the mics. You can adjust your mic to be somewhere that makes sense. Is your mic working?
Microphone testing 1 2 2.
Hello, welcome to Local Music Shapes Culture. This week we have Z on the show. Z is in a band called Gooseflesh here in Indianapolis. And do you want to introduce yourself, Z?
Yeah, I'm Z. I'm in Gooseflesh. I've been going to shows for like 4 or 5 years now, something like that. Hanging around.
Z, is Gooseflesh your first band that you've been in?
Yeah, it was. Since high school, I wanted to be like, okay, I'm gonna be in a band. I'm gonna start a band, and then it didn't happen for like 2 years, and I was like,
anything?
No.
Nice.
So starting a band as a vocalist was
Yeah.
a little crazy town, but after a lot of trial and error, I gathered the right people, and I think we got a little something good going on right now.
Yeah, Gooseflesh is awesome.
Thank you.
I think we have a show or two with you coming up, Pigmail Brains.
Yeah, April 23rd.
Yeah.
With Sonora and Dope Sweater and Miracle Blood.
Yeah, that one's going to be cool.
Shout out.
Yeah, that's like our next in-town... Oh my god, that's our next show!
Yeah.
Well, at least our next show.
Gooseflesh has one. We're doing a house show in Richmond.
Is Kai Hara playing that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Kai Hara. Kai Hara's ending soon.
Oh, yeah. So, like, you joined that band, like, later. What's that like, joining a band that's, like, already going?
It was interesting. Like, I feel like the band was, like, it was changing its sound, like, while I was joining a lot. Like, it used to be a lot more shoegazy, and then it went a little bit heavier, and I kind of joined during that transition, because it was during that, God, I forget the one EP's name, the one with, like, Elise that we've never played live, and, and, yeah, but, yeah, and then we wrote another EP. Armando also... I guess Armando left the band like a year after I joined.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it was fun joining that band. I was really excited when they asked me to join. And I was happy they asked me to play bass. And the first show I played with them was like kind of unexpected. It was kind of just like we had our first practice as a band, and Armando was just like, "You know what? We sound pretty good. You want to play this show?"
Shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was a fun show. There were some other interesting things about that show that I won't get into, but...
True. There's always something going on.
Yeah. Yeah, but what was it like... So how long were you in the scene before you joined a band or started a band?
A couple years. I started going to shows at Healer for, like, the cutesy little, like, acoustic, like, Dana Scully sets, you know?
Cute.
Yeah, and, like, I didn't know June was in any other band besides her little solo acoustic music.
June's?
Yeah.
Okay.
And shout out June. But, yeah, and then I was like, wait, there's cooler stuff going on. Might as well go see that. And then my friends started to get into it, so we all just started going all the time. And then a couple years in, I was like, what if I did that?
Yeah. Because it looks like a lot of fun.
It's so fun, and I did theater my whole life. Both my parents are theater majors. So.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Being on this stage has always been, like, a part of my life in an aspect, and, like, performing for people. Mm-hmm. Whether that's, like, I don't know, like, theater or little poetry open mics or whatever the fuck's going on, you know, like, I just like to be on stage. I think it's a good time.
Do you do a lot of poetry now?
I used to. I've fallen out of it recently, but
yeah.
I'd like to get back in. It's just, like, hard to sit down and write when you're trying to sit down and write for music that's already been written. And there's no words to it. You're like, oh no.
No, I gotta do it for the music first. My band's counting on me.
For real.
Yeah. It's kind of a nice aspect of being in a band, though, because you're like, oh, man, people are counting on me, so I gotta get this done.
To be held accountable. Peer pressure in the good way.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. What was playing your first show like?
It was crazy because there's a story to this. We love June. She kind of put us on. We had like maybe 3 songs, and June came up to me at a show, and she like grabs my shoulder.
Oh, I think I was at your first show.
Yeah,
honestly.
It was at Long Shot. It was like
I was
crazy
totally
long bill.
I was totally at R.I.P. Long Shot. I was totally.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I was at that show.
Now we have 3 venues. But
What do you consider the third one? Black Circle?
So it's Black Circle, Healer, Hoosier Dome, in my brain.
Oh,
and then
how old
State
are you?
Street.
Oh, yeah. You're 21 now?
Yeah. It's just my band is like, our drummer's still a baby, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. State Street was always like the main venue when I started going to shows, but I also started going to shows here when I was like probably like 24-ish, maybe 23, 24. So like I was already 21, over 21, and like all the people that were around when I started going to shows, that was just like the vibe. It was like State Street.
Real.
So I never had that experience of having a bunch of younger friends that couldn't go to like State Street.
I was always the baby of the group, I think.
Really?
Yeah. So it was like, I guess I'll go to Healer, you know?
Yeah, that's real.
But we love Healer.
Anyway, your first show.
Yeah, so June like grabs me and is like, I'm building a bill. These bitches are going on tour. Can Gooseflesh be ready? And I was like, she goes, it's not a question. And I was like, okay, we'll be ready. And then we had a month to write
Bless
3 new
June.
songs. We love June.
She's so funny.
But yeah, so like then we were like, fuck, we have a show, we have to grind. And so we wrote 3 songs so that we could have a set that wasn't 6 minutes long, you know?
Yeah. Which is okay for your first show.
For real. And then, yeah, it was a crazy town bill. It was like us, My Big Hot Wife, R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
Slur, The World in Broken Glass, I think Hellbender. It was crazy town.
Oh, that's a big bill.
Yeah. There was like 7 or 8 bitches on there.
Yeah. Big bill.
But yeah, it was like, I was so scared because we were supposed to go first and then they kept pushing us back in the line when we got there for whatever reasons. And I was like, And then the second everything started, it was just like, boom.
Show, your set?
Yeah. Like the set started and I was big chilling. But it was just like...
Yeah, because you're used to being a performer.
Yeah. It's like all the anxiety before and then it's like, oh, I do know how to do this.
Yeah, that's cool. It is, it's nice sometimes to go earlier in the lineup because then, yeah, you're just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got to worry about it.
Get it out the way. But then, yeah, because, like, we've been playing, like, second to last recently, and the whole time I'm just, like...
With, touring band going after you?
Yeah, because they do that weird little local sandwich thing where it's, like, local band, touring bands, local band.
Yeah. It, depends a lot, I feel like.
There's, like, this weird aversion to headlining recently, I've noticed.
What do you... Headlining as in going last?
Yeah. Like...
Well, because no one wants to say that they're the best. Or, like, not the best, but no one wants to say that they, like, have the most draw or pull of people. They don't want to be, like, egotistical about it. So it's always really weird when someone's like, what should the lineup be? And in your head, you're like, you think your band should go last, but you don't want to say that yourself. I've had that happen.
That's real.
Now I sound like an egotistical bitch. That's not always the case. I mean not me being egotistical, but I think my band should go last. I don't think my band should always go last.
Every time I've played last, I've been like, we should not be playing last.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a shy, bashful thing. It's like fear. It's like, why are we playing last?
Yeah. It's kind of just like an evaluation of like whether the touring band, whether you think that they have draw in your city.
Right.
And if you do think that they have draw, it's like, well, duh, yeah, they should go last. Unless they're trying to get out early because they want to drive home. And then if you don't necessarily know if they have a ton of pull in your city, then you would probably put the biggest local last to keep people there.
Real. That makes sense. Yeah, because every time Chickadee would be on a bill, they'd have to go last, and I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, because I'd leave too after Chickadee if they played first.
Yeah. You want to talk about like femme and queer fronted bands?
Yeah. Being the girls. The girls in the band.
Okay, Z, what's it like being the girls? What's it like? Okay, talk some about your opinions on like having like femme and queer fronted bands in the city.
I think queer and femme fronted bands simply have more fun.
Heard.
And because there's no like, I just think that naturally we all think about things a little differently, and that is very apparent in music, I feel. And
I think so too.
I don't know. I just, cause like, I don't know. We just played a bill with No Means, and they're a really cool band. Their Instagram bio said, what was it? She, they in the front, breakdowns in the back, and I thought that was so cutesy.
That is cute.
And their music was fire, and it's just like watching like a cutesy little vocalist have a fun time, and it makes me feel like I can have a fun time, because like most of the time when I'm going to like a hardcore show, it's just like the dude bros like trudging along, and I get scared, you know? And like
especially if they seem like drunk and aggressive.
yeah those white man moshers with the mosher gloves.
Then you're like, am I gonna get like my leg broken?
For real. Is today the day I die?
Yeah.
But I don't know, like Miss Sizzo is another band that's like femme fronted and fucking rips, you know? Like, I just think it's important for everybody in the crowd to have somebody on stage that they can identify with, you know? And like,
yeah,
because I was really scared to start a band, and honestly, seeing you and seeing June and seeing like what's her name in Anti-Feds?
Shannon?
Yeah.
Shannon's cool.
Because I saw, like, the first time I saw you play was, like, with Ariel Headwound, I think. That's the name of the band.
Did we play with Anti-Feds?
No, it was separate occasions.
So.
But it was just like, we love to see girls being girls, you know? And, like...
Yeah.
And, like, just everybody moshing along to the girls being girls. It's amazing. And it was like, slay. I think I can do this now, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. I like... I have much more of a tendency to just blur out a set if it's all dudes. Not all the time, but like... I'm gonna be real. Like, if there's like a girl on the stage, I'm like 50 times more likely to be interested in the band.
Amen.
Especially if they're fronting, but like even just anywhere on the stage. I like, if it's just a band of all dudes, especially if it's like not that interesting music, it's like in like regular straight up genre with like nothing that interesting about it. Mm-hmm. Look at me being a hater today. And it's just like all white dudes that look the same. It's just like, okay. There's some that are cool.
Yeah, like some of them fucking rip. Like, shout out KOTM.
Yeah.
But the like, I don't know. Just I love to see the girls infiltrating the hardcore scene, like Situational Hazard and Koi.
Yeah, I love those bands.
Love them so much because like not only are they just like, I don't know, I think they fit their scene very well, and I think they're, like, very good at what they do. But
they also bring such, like, feminine energy to, like, a mostly masculine scene.
Amen. And then all the dudes are hopping along and having a good time, and it feels like such a good safe space when they're on stage. So shout out them.
For sure. Yeah, shout out Situational Hazard and Koi.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Have you has your love for like doing it only grown as like femme queer fronted band, or have you like encountered any challenges with that?
Yeah.
I guess that's not really a counter thing, but you know what I mean.
I think for me it was just a hard time finding the girls to gather them.
Oh my god, are you
fucking
fucking kidding me? Dude, assembling pigmail brains was like such a pain in the ass.
Nightmare fuel.
Finding girl musicians, you guys.
Awful. Treacherous journey.
It's so hard.
Be prepared.
Like, thank God April started drumming. She wasn't even originally gonna drum, and it was like kind of shortly after her and Mia started dating too. So like, but yeah, I was trying, there was someone else I was gonna try to get to drum, and that didn't work out. And like, at first, I remember literally the first practice we had with April, I was just like, Mia, does April just want to like fill in and have some fun during her practice? And then she joined the band. Bless April.
Shout out April.
Yeah.
I finally had to cave and have a white man in the band because I couldn't find a bass player, but
no, that's fair.
He slays. His name is Rocket. Shout out Rocket.
Oh, recently.
Yeah.
Because it was.
He's only played like 2 or 3 shows.
Right, because it was Siri before.
Yeah. Shout out Siri.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Halfway House.
Oh yeah. R.I.P.
Everybody's dying. It's
Everyone's
no good.
Dying. Yeah, I guess Lexi won't be in 2 million bands anymore.
For real. Only 1 million.
Only 1 million. I don't even know. I never know the count of her bands.
It's too many to
Lexi's
even
the
try.
drummer.
It's just like, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Slave.
Yeah, she's a busy girl.
But yeah, I don't know. I think for me it was really hard to find the drummer.
Yeah.
That was an impossible task. And then I used to work at the Cuban restaurant in Black Circle.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever been there. But
is it still a Cuban restaurant?
no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
They closed it and put a pizza place in there. Because we
I
always
thought it was a
need
sandwich
more pizza.
shop.
Oh, that might be what it is now. It's just steady rotating.
Honestly, I never started buying food from there until it was a sandwich shop. But
Real.
I also feel like I've been playing more shows at Black Circle recently. I don't know if they've just been having more like DIY vibe shows as opposed to like just metal or what.
I've been stuck at Healer for so long.
Yeah.
That's the only place I've been able to book, but I'm not complaining. We love Healer.
Yeah.
It's just fried.
Yeah, Healer is fried. The decor is like so chaotic.
I know, because like, especially when it's like a really packed show.
Yeah.
It's just like, I get so overstimulated.
I do too. Honestly, this isn't just like a thing with Healer. It's like a thing with a lot of places, but like not having seating is like one of my number one issues with a lot of venues. Because I don't know what's wrong with my body. I just don't want to be standing all the time.
No, for real. I wanna have a cute little seat. Bring back house shows. I want to sit on your guys' couch.
Bring back house shows, guys. It happened again. We're talking again about bringing back house shows. We want to sit on your couch.
For real. Give us your couch.
Give us your couch. Come on, guys. It doesn't have to be. We don't have to like. People aren't gonna trash it all the time.
No, it'll be fine.
Like maybe just don't book
fine.
like messy boy hardcore bands.
For real. Book us and it'll be a slay time.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll also take care of anyone that gets out of control.
Out.
Yes. Out of the way. Out of the house. We'll kick their asses out.
Gone.
We'll order them an Uber.
There you go. Safe and responsible.
Yes.
With pigmail brains?
Yes.
What's it like trying to book a band where it's like other music?
Ha 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 ha.
Because I've had this problem.
With Gooseflesh?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that's really cool. But See, Gooseflesh is kind of nice in that I feel like it's easier to group y'all with the heavier bands than us.
Real.
Like, because I feel like sometimes it's easier to group us with... Like, somewhat it's easier to group us with, like, egg punk, but, like, also I feel like there's a lot more screaming. So, like... but also, we don't have a ton of egg punk bands here anymore.
Bring back the egg punk.
Really? You're pro egg punk?
I think so.
I like egg punk. I don't have a major issue with it. I think it's funny that there's such, like, a binary debate about it.
On God.
Yeah.
I'm just pro diversity of genre.
Yeah. Just, like, not... Right. Like, just people not, like, sticking to, like... Or feeling that they are limited by a certain sound. But, yeah, that is an issue. And it is hard. Oh, my God. Whenever, like, someone, like, messages us and asks us, like, if we'll be on their show because they're touring. And then they're like, let me know if you have any other recommendations for the bill. I'm like... I know a lot of bands. What bands would fit this bill? And, like, I know that it doesn't always... Like, it can be a mixed bill with, like, mixed genres. But, like, sometimes it just feels like you should find some that are more aligned. Sometimes that's really difficult with Pigmail Brains.
For real.
Like, I'm booking this show with... I'm helping Diet Light book this show. Diet Light, this, like garage rock band. They're really cool. Last couple times they've come to town, I think they played with, like, Pissers, and I think Kaya Hara played with them and Pissers last time they came to town, and they, like, stayed at my house, but they're really cool dudes. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, I'm booking a show with them, and, they were, like, looking for help for other bands to book on the bill. And, like, Pigmail Brains is obviously not garage rock.
Yeah.
And so I got, Slur agreed to be on the bill. And I was like, fuck yeah.
I've never known Slur to say no to a bill.
Really?
Shout out Slur.
Shout out Slur. I love Slur.
They're always on a bill, and I love them for it.
Yeah, shout out all of them. But yeah, also, no, that worked out because State Street and Healer was booked on this date that they were trying to come through. And so I'm going to make it a skate park show at Major Taylor. So, like, Slur is a great skate park show band. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Slur has the generator, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Slur's got the generator.
But, yeah, like, the whole touring band's, like, asking, like, we need help. Like, who else to throw on the bill? The Miracle Blood was asking about the 23rd. And
right. I think
trying to think about merging Pigmail, Sonora, and Gooseflesh.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Sonora. But I was like...
Is that who you suggested?
No, I suggested Dope Sweater.
Oh,
because I think they're a cool, cutesy, fun little band. And I don't see them on a lot of bills.
Yeah, they've been around for a while, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because bro from Slur, the vocalist in Slur.
Oh, Anthony?
Yeah, Anthony. That's him too.
Shouts out Anthony.
Anthony and all of his crazy little bands.
Dude, he offered to, like, edit, my podcast for, like, and I know that I was like, are you sure you want to do that? I hate video editing, and that would be sick, and I gave him, like, probably the most chaotic episode I could have given him. It was the one with me, Hannah, and Daisy.
Oh, God.
And we were kind of drunk by the time we started recording, because, it just took us forever to set up, like an hour and a half. It took us so long, and we by that time had killed, like, wine and, you know, and it was just like he literally cut it down from an hour to, like, half an hour, and and there was so much panning, and I, like, yeah, he hasn't offered to do that again.
That's so right. He said that was too much.
I'm sure it took so much time. What were we talking about?
Being weird bands and trying to book
but
bills.
I do want more weird bands. You guys, you gotta start some fucking weird ass bands. What are you doing? Stop starting another hardcore band. I mean, you can, but make it weird as fuck. Make it be like, make people question whether it's actually hardcore.
Amen.
Please, make the hardcore purists hate your hardcore band.
Yes.
Like, honestly.
Upset the white man.
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like with Gooseflesh, we're very cutesy, very silly. But then our riffs be riffing because Phoebe's a goddess.
Yes.
Shout out to Phoebe. But yeah, because like, if I'm on a bill where it's just a bunch of like the man metal bands, I'm like, I'm scared. I feel like out of place. And then if I'm on a bill where like we're the heaviest band on the bill, I feel also out of place.
That's real. I feel that way when like there's no other screamy bands on the bill.
It's just like, what am I doing here?
It's like you feel like, oh, maybe people came here to vibe. And you're not the vibe.
This is supposed to be a chill Thursday evening.
Yeah. But oh man, what did you say before that? The like metal bro dude band. What makes you feel like you're like scared when you're like on a bill like that?
It's just like, cause most of the time I think I do pass as male, unfortunately sometimes, and I feel like the guys at the shows, like after I play, they'll be like, "Oh, nice set, man. Hell yeah, brother." And I'm just like, that's what do you mean? I just screamed into a microphone about having a gender identity crisis for 20 minutes, but it's just like performing that music and knowing that music isn't for that crowd, I think is like uncomfortable for me.
That's real. Yeah, because you just wonder what they think of it, and you have to like deal with that as opposed to like playing with people that you know it's for and will resonate with it more.
Mm-hmm. Because like there were these slay trans girls who were on tour who messaged us to play a show. Anita Velveeta.
Oh my god! Yeah. Wait, are you on that August bill?
I don't know.
Oh, go on.
I think it was like the first or second time she came to Indy. We were on a bill with her, and she was like, "Your song Pretty Pretty was so fun because I was having such a fun time." And then I was like, "Wait, this is sad." And it was like having like an actual conversation with me about the music and like what it meant to her. And I was just like,
yeah, Anita Velveeta's awesome.
We love her.
Yeah, I think she came to town like twice within like a couple months.
She's a touring mad woman.
Yeah.
Like she's always doing something.
Because Pygmalion Brains is also playing with her again this August.
Oh, slay.
And I forget who else is on the bill. How often do Gooseflesh play?
Last year, it was like we never said no to a bill. So it was like every weekend.
I feel like it's... Damn.
Sometimes twice a weekend.
Do a lot of your band members are in other bands or...
Yeah.
I guess Siri was...
Yeah, so Siri was in Halfway at the time and still isn't Halfway. But Siri was in Halfway, and then Phoebe's starting another project, Rocket's starting another project, and Clay has 2 other bands.
Okay.
So I'm the only one that doesn't have anything else going on.
Yeah, I feel like that's always the struggle. It's like not necessarily that like playing all the time is like such a stressor, but like when people in your band are in multiple projects, and then that's when it's like a lot for at least them, and like you feel it too when your bandmates get stressed out because of a lot going on.
Yeah. And I just feel guilty because I'm not doing anything and I want to play the show. But
yeah. Yeah, but I feel like that's like a thing that a lot of like bands when they first start like go through is like is just playing all the time.
Yeah. And after this season ended, we were like, okay, never again. Like we only had 2 shows this April, and we were like, yeah, that's fine.
I think 2 shows a month is like pretty much my cap.
Yeah.
Whether I'm like even really starting a new band, I feel like because Pygmalion Brains like pretty quickly got booked up through like June, basically, like 2 shows a month ish. But I think that's like the frequency, the highest frequency I like in general. But I feel like once you just like start to get more of a following and get like bigger show offers, that's when you like start to be more selective. You know?
Yeah, because before it was just like, I want to be on stage and I want people to see me on stage.
Which is always awesome and cool. But also, I don't know, playing to a really large crowd is a lot of fun, you guys.
Yes.
Forgive me.
Like, I understand and accept that we are in Indianapolis and not every show is going to be a giant room of people.
No, it doesn't need to be,
And-
or does it, like, inhibit, like, the funness of the show,
and I
you
think
know?
that there's a beautiful intimacy to a small show.
Yeah,
That,
bring back house shows.
once again, but yeah, like playing a big show and like playing like with like bands that like you want to play with and like trying to like take more consideration into like the vibe of the bill or whatever, because it was like if there was any weird motherfucker on tour that they didn't know what to do, I'd be like, yeah, we'll hop on, I got you.
Yeah, that's real.
Dude,
Pigmail Brains is playing this really interesting show in, like, I forget when, May maybe, with like these groups called Cult of Nasty and Cult of, I don't even remember. But dude, like, you should see their Instagram. It's kind of crazy. You look at this.
that is so-
I asked the band if they wanted to play this bill with Cult of Nasty, and they looked it up, and they were like, hell yeah.
That is perfect.
I was like, I don't know, you guys, we have like a show a week after, and they were like, no, we have to play.
We have to.
So that should be an interesting show.
That'll be fried. When is that?
May 18th. Yeah. The journey of like playing like whatever band asked you to be on their bill, and then like starting to get more selective it's just natural to get more selective as you get more and more show offers, because then you literally can't accept them all.
For real.
And then you have to be like, okay, what vibe of show do we want to play? Because if you're getting offers for like, if you're getting like 4 or 6 more show offers for any given month, you probably want to accept 2 of those max.
Yeah.
Unless they're like out of town. That's my like one exception, is like if they're out of town shows, it doesn't really count for me.
Real.
Because it's like completely different people.
That
It's
makes
like
sense.
not even just about burning like yourself or your band out, but it's also like, for me, it's like about not seeming so available.
Yeah. And like oversaturation. Where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, they're always there.
Right. Oh, I can just see them next week.
Right.
Yeah. But I feel like that's less of a thing when you first start, because you're just trying to like play.
For real. And I have such a hard time saying no to like touring bands when they ask, because it's like, you're from a different state. How do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Excuse you.
It's hard booking tour stuff. I don't know. I say that as if I did the bulk of the work last time, but Autumn did. But I still know it's hard.
Yeah, what was that like?
It was a lot of fun.
Pigmail
I kind of had a
tour?
podcast talking a little bit about it, but
Oh, yeah.
but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was kind of right after that thing with Autumn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Chatterbox.
Shout out to Chatterbox.
We love Autumn.
Oh, thank God we got to skip town for a couple days.
No, for real. Whew.
Yeah.
The Republican TikToks were going crazy.
I didn't even like see a lot of the responses.
It was wild. I
Really?
watched one and I was like, okay, that's enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because it just came up on the For You page and I was like, wait.
Dude, my dad in Fort Wayne said that he saw it on the news.
That's insane.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I am excited to do it more eventually. And I didn't even know that I would like be like a tour girly. I thought I would be like fine with like playing in town shows, occasionally playing out of town.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't know. I got the feeling.
Bit by the bug.
I was bit by the bug. The touring bug, and now I want to tour.
We Gooseflesh just booked our first out of state show.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't played out of state before?
No. The farthest we played is Richmond. We haven't even played in Bloomington.
Bloomington's weird for weird bands.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Where is it?
It's in Illinois, Kankakee, Illinois, something like that. But
I've
it's
heard
like
of that.
it's like a really dope like gender affirming business benefit show. It's not announced yet. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm really excited. for that one because it will be our first time out of state, and big ass benefit bill. The venue is called Bird Park, and I thought that was too cute for Gooseflesh to play there, and I was
Is it like a house venue or?
It's like it's like a state park that they're hosting it at. Yeah,
cute.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I love outdoor shows too.
Mm-hmm.
They're fun. Thank God it's getting warmer.
For real. Playing shows in the winter is so sad.
You like, can't, yeah, you don't want to
driving through the blizzard to go see Pygmalion Brains. It was on that bill with like Hey Calypso or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun show. Yeah, Hey Calypso's cool. Phoebe just joined that band too.
Yeah. Shout out Hey Calypso.
You have anything else you think we want to talk about?
Oh, this is just like a brief little like blah blah blah.
Okay, go for it.
I think when I first started going to shows, I had a problem like idolizing the people on stage, you know, and like seeing them as like really cool people who are like in a band, and like that's like they're performers, they're not people, you know, and like what do they want to talk to me for, you know, and like that like they're above me mindset.
It's like pedestal.
Yeah, and like there's really no reason for that whatsoever than anxiety.
I totally know what you mean though. Like I felt that before. Obviously I don't anymore, but or like I sometimes still get a little bit of that feeling when it's like a really big band. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Cause like for a while I was like that with June, and I think for a while I was like that with you, and and with Brady, and like with the bros from Pat and the Pissers. You just get like, you just like, you know.
Yeah, starstruck.
What I appreciate about the scene is that like that band is on stage, and then when the next band is on stage, we're all in the pit together moshing to that band, you know.
That's what's
like,
so cool about DIY.
Amen. We're all on the same level. We're just doing the shit together.
I totally understand that feeling though. It's like, I mean, I feel like especially when I was younger, that was like a feeling I didn't even like only deal with in that context, but like others, and I've just gotten a lot better about pretty much everyone I encounter, like viewing them on the same level as me. Like, I mean, I don't want to say like even my boss, but sorry, bro.
No, even the boss.
I'm sure Brooke doesn't listen to these. She probably doesn't even know about that. Like... Dude, she bought one of the Pygmalion Brains tapes.
Yo.
And I was like, she was like, can I buy a tape from your band? And I was like, Brooke, do you know what kind of music it is? And she was like, do you know what kind of music I like? And I was like, okay.
Fair enough.
Touche.
All right, then.
Here you go.
Your Pygmalion, the tapes were so cute. I got one from Mia. They looked cool.
Yeah, my old roommate Rainey designed them.
Oh, slay.
Yeah.
Shout out Rainey.
Yeah, Rainey's cool. But yeah, that is like, I feel like it's so useful to like just stop placing people on like pedestals, and like that's just like a lesson I feel like everyone like learns eventually. Like I feel like, you know, you look at old people and they don't give a fuck. No. You know what I mean?
No. Not in any way.
It's like when people reach like 70, 80, whatever, like they have got that down. They're just like, man, dude, I'm just living my life. I don't know why I imitated some rural person.
No, old people are inherently country. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Because I feel like when you place people on pedestals, you also are so much more willing to, like, forgive flaws. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or just envision them as, like, having no flaws.
Yeah.
And suddenly when they do have a flaw, you're like, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But no, it's just like, because that was my anxiety for like not starting a band for a long time, was just like, well, I couldn't compare to these folk. These guys got it down. What are they doing? But then you start to think about it, and they're just people, and they've been doing this for a while, and who knows how long they're gonna keep doing it. And it's like somebody's gotta keep the scene going. So everybody keep starting bands.
Yeah, keep starting band. And Gooseflesh is awesome.
Thank you.
I love seeing y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep starting bands. If you think you're not good enough, that is false.
False.
You should start a band, especially if you kind of play an instrument. You can do a lot with simple things.
Mm-hmm.
I assure you. And sometimes simplicity, or like sometimes limitation even breeds creativity. When you don't have a lot to work with, sometimes you have to just think of new ways of doing things that like someone that has a lot more capability would never think of.
Yeah. Forcing yourself to use your limited resources. Mm-hmm. Pretty fire.
So yeah, start bands.
Cool, crazy, weird bands.
Cool, crazy, weird bands. Whatever you want. You should just start doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll learn a lot. Well, thank you everybody for joining us on Local Music Shapes Culture. I am Allison Kristoff. This is Z of Gooseflesh. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support me or be notified of upcoming episodes, you can subscribe to my Substack. It will email you the episodes whenever they come out. Substack is also the one that hosts my podcast's RSS feed and pushes it out to Spotify and Apple and even pushes it out to YouTube.
Oh, shit.
So, but you can also just subscribe on YouTube and watch on YouTube if that's more your speed. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. We will catch you next week.
Slay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.